And we are back with more Elden Ring. Last time we left off, we have reached Lendel, the royal capital. We are in the, in-between ring. So we're not outside the capital, but we're not really in the capital proper quite yet. So we are currently at these two grave sites, both very similar to each other. One's a crypt, and one is a folk hero-style dungeon. Yeah, the Ariza Hero's Grave. And yeah, we also basically got 22 decks last time, so we have a new weapon that is not at all upgraded, and since we're down here, we can't really go upgrade it. So it's just going to live there for right now, and hopefully I remember to upgrade it later, which I'm also slightly reminded of right now. What spells do we have here? Yes, we still have the Howl, which should be okay, because we can use it kind of for potential tanking. Got our trusty Godslayer magic, we got our trusty Eye Beams. Oh yeah, the Wrath of Gold. I'll need to remember that one. That might not be a bad thing to kind of, have at the ready. In case there's any, shield dudes. But alright, let's see. What do we have in this? Don't know. Is it gonna be what I think it's gonna be? Are these rails? Am I about to hear the rumbling? Oh no, okay. It's spotlight stuff. That is much better than giant mechanical chariots that run us over. Okay. Not seeing anything. Oh no. Oh no! Well, I definitely spoke too quickly. And boy, this one's moving pretty fast. Oh boy. Looking forward to this. There we go. Uh-oh. Stay dead. Scripture Wooden Shield. What is that? A small wooden round shield. It is light and easy to handle, but cannot offer the damage negation of a metal shield. An ancient cipher engraving lines the circumference. Though it isn't much, it boosts holy damage negation. Interesting. Alright, where? Okay, so we need to basically run out the next time it's moving upward here. This is going to be a close one. Ooh. I shake my head ever so somewhat. Oh boy, I forgot. Yeah. We really should be cashing out as many runes as possible in dungeons like this. This should be doable, this should be doable, should be doable. And I totally also forgot to turn on my lantern, but it is what it is. Stay dead. Alright, good. Oh yeah, I forgot to put that new crystal into the Wondrous Physique flask that will stop us from losing runes should we die. Alright, but lantern on. Same drill as before, we make a run for it once it's going up. Alright, good. Very tempted just to drop on down. Alright, dropping on down. Alright, nothing quite at the ready to attack us. That's good. Hello. I mean, I was gonna say, definitely trying to kill us, but yes, that is what dungeons tend to do. Alright, no more dodging all that, although I am somewhat regretting not having applied the Death Blight Alleviation. Although, I don't know if this counts as Death Blight or Petrification, because it has like the same, like, gold-black smoke. But I think the Death one has like a skull for its debuff. Alright, we're definitely gonna want to range this here. Oh yeah, and yet again they seem like they're blind, potentially, because they don't actually... Like, they seem to, like, attack where sound is. Oh, here we go. Well, I should have the shackle at the ready to check for any secrets. Might as well check both ends for secrets, although I probably activated any trap with that's in a pretty wide proximity. Okay, nothing here. Given that they enjoyed having all those dudes pop out of the dirt, yep, I'm figuring this dungeon has a lot of ambushes going on here. In theory, if they're actually blind, then that one talisman that negates all our sound could be pretty useful. But I don't know what I would give up for it right now. Okay, they ran into each other. Ashifor Holy Ground, Tree Sentinel Helm, Tree Sentinel Armor, and Tree Sentinel Gauntlets, and Tree Sentinel Greaves. Alright, let's look at all this stuff here. Holy Ground. Holy Ground, raise shield to create an Erd Tree concentration area that continuously restores HP and boosts defense for self and allies inside it. Usable on all shields, and the Tree Sentinel Helm. Golden Helm of the Heavy Cavalry Tree Sentinels who serve the Erd Tree. Very few are permitted to wear a golden wood crest of such size as seen on this helmet. And then the armor, adorned with a cape featuring the mark of the sacred tree, imposingly sturdy and nigh unbreakable. The grace of old yet still lingers, or yet lingers. Okay, and then same description for the other bits. I'll admit some concern that it's gonna like magically reappear since like magic seems to be fueling this. Alright, Stone Sword Key. Alright, poke, 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 poke. Alright, stay dead. Alright, Ghost Glove Wort 6, not bad. Oh, don't be a trap. If I walk up here, don't have it suddenly magically rematerialize and start charging. Okay, so that's the same one that, yeah, so we kind of made our way through here. I wonder if there'd be any secrets that we can kind of plunder. Oh, and I guess the other one teleported because the other one's also gone, so that's why they kind of collided into each other. Interesting. But alright, seems all safe. Though yet again, I do not like charging a magical summoning rune like that. I would do the shackle, but just in case somehow it is a trap, I would prefer not to promote it ahead of time. Alright, Grave Glove Wort 6. Okay, something. I mean, obviously the fire turret, but like, something just got burned by that. Oh, hello, Archer. Alright, Arrow 5. Still seemingly no sign of it rematerializing. I don't know why they crashed, but I'm also not going to say no to that. Alright, Golden Rune 7, and ooh boy. Like, why is there a giant infrastructure down there for me to parkour down? Okay, I'm assuming this is the boss door, and so it's not currently open. Oh! Alright. Interesting. Although, so if that's the boss... I mean, obviously there's a lot more to this place. I guess most of the folk here stuff... Yeah, there's an item. Like, they want us to go down. But I guess there's no harm in taking down the seemingly final boss first. Alright, shields at the ready. Mana, health. We could probably start with a normal summon. Black Knife probably is the best. Alright, don't mind me, skeletons. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't like this. Don't like this one bit. One Crucible Knight is more than enough for me. Two... no thanks. Ouch. Alright, Wrath of Gold, Howl... Actually, you know, as much as it's silly... Ouch. Yeah, there we go. Oh boy, alright. Now that I know what I'm dealing with, it's, okay, this is gonna be a rough fight. Stake of Marika. Oh boy, it's gonna be even rougher knowing that I died on the other side of the room. I feel like magic's actually probably the better bet here. Regular Black Flame should be pretty good. Part of me is tempted to Howl to basically buy time for our summon to actually do some work, but I think Slime is actually better here. Alright, run on in. Crap. Whew. Running. I want my runes back here. There we go. This is kind of working. Wow. Good. Alright, gonna need mana back. I totally forgot the Crucible Knights go full dragon when they're low in health. Whew. Slime, if you're going to pull aggro, make sure you can actually stay alive. There we go. At least this is more of a fair fight now. Drink. And try to get the combo going. Uh-oh. Alright, bait out the combo. Go. Uh-oh. That one's new. All right. Yeah. That's someone that used that against the Black Knives themselves. Running, drinking, preparing a big fireball. Alright, good. And then run from that. There we go. Whew. Ordovith's Greatsword, Crucible Axe Helm, Axe Armor, Gauntlets, and Greaves. And go the full cosplay if you wanted to. Alright, let's see here. Ordovith's Greatsword. Greatsword of Ordovith, one of the two honored as foremost among the Crucible Knights. This sword is imbued with an ancient holy essence. Its red tint exemplifies the nature of primordial gold, said to be close in nature to life itself. Unique skill, Ordovith's Vortex. Channel the power of the Crucible to spin the entire sword in mid-air, building momentum before slamming the blade down onto the ground. This skill can be charged to increase its power. And then Crucible Axe Helm. Helm of the Crucible Knights who served Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. Okay, so that's their deal. The axe ornamentation is a Knight Ordovith's mark, or Ordovith's mark, displayed also by his men. Holds the power of the Crucible of Life, the primordial form of the Erd Tree. Strengthens aspects of the Crucible incantations. Okay, then basically armor is the same except for worn by the Knight Ordovith and his men. Oh wait, no, that's also the same. Also strengthens aspect of the Crucible. Okay, same with the gauntlets. And then, in time, the strength shown by these knights, and even their appearance, was seen as chaotic and deserving of scorn. Huh. Alright, and same with the greaves. Yeah, pretty weighty armor too, so no wearing that for us. 51,000 runes. It's like, to level up I think we need, what, 74,000? Like, obviously there's more of the dungeon to explore, but I do want to try and empty out what runes we can. I guess in hindsight, the chariots should be gone now. And will this also take us up above or not? Okay, it has. So what I'm thinking of doing, basically, let's go ahead and go back to the Table of Lost Grace. Let's upgrade things like the God Peeler Slayer thingamajig that we got. Also tempted to upgrade, like, I don't know if we have enough money for it in the end, but we can now buy... Actually, we should probably check in to see. Load a shopping list here first. Because we need to upgrade our casting device here. The Godslayer Mark seal. And we have more of the things now.
Where have you been hiding? I took you for dead. No matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms then.
His dialogue sounded slightly more defeated than normal. Yeah, okay, so right now it's on Smithing Stone 3. We can go up to 4. Which, yeah, our punchy gloves basically are using 6. Obviously the Godskin Peeler, we can do 1, 2... Oh, it takes regular Smithing Stones. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I checked to see what it took to upgrade rather than just running off and buying somber smithing stones in advance. Huh. Interesting. Okay, Godslayer Seal. Boy, I'm trying to remember the math here, though. I think it's like 12 stones per level. Which, yeah, especially like upgrading the Godskin Peeler, which makes you wonder then. Oh! So I can actually swap out the Black Flame Tornado if I wanted to, but I don't know. I mean, I was going to say, why would I want to do that? But then it's like, well, I can see plenty of potential reasons for that. Yeah, like we could pull in enemies. Oh, wait, Loretta. Skill of Loretta the Royal Knight. Which one was this one again? Leap forward, imbuing the blade with glintstone, then descend into a sleeping slash. I thought that was the ability that the giant dragon was using, which isn't a knight then. Oh! I don't even remember getting this one. Assassin's Gambit. Skill that masks a user's presence at the cost of self-inflicted wound. Oh, now I remember. Yeah. Interesting. It's able to use quite a variety of things. Oh, even the Piercing Fang, skill used by Yura, the Bloody Finger Hunter. Starting with the blade held horizontally, make a powerful thrust that cannot be blocked. Not bad. Oh yeah, and this one basically, which... Skill of the Red Mains, it's like, yeah, this is Arterius of the Abyss from Dark Souls' ability. I remember his weird somersault with his blade. Alright. Man, like, it's able to use quite a few. So damage-wise, it's always, yeah, it's just like regular weapon, so it doesn't have like Black Flame, Holy Element imbued in it by default. But okay, there's gonna be quite a few things here.
Back already, no
Yeah,
matter.
double checking here the shopping list. Okay, for the Godslayer Seal mark here, we're on 3. Looks like we're starting out on 3, so okay. Boy, this is gonna be quite a variety of things kind of juggle in my head here. So like 12 of 1 and 2, 24 of 3, 24 of 4. Alright, Offer Bell Bearing. Smithing Miner's Bell Bearing. There you go. Alright, there we go for basically getting access to these now. Oh, actually, they're not that expensive. Okay. I mean, it adds up, but not too bad. Not as bad as I feared it would be. Okay, so 12 of those. 12 of these. 24 of those. "24 of these." And it's a lot of runes, but usually investing in gear is better than investing in levels. Levels are to be able to use things, and then once you can use the things, you should upgrade the things. Which I know is silly for me to say that, given how long I didn't upgrade the Godslayer thing, but
Back already.
it is what it is. Alright, let's start by strengthening the Godskin Peeler. Yep, alright. Looks like my math was thankfully correct. Ooh, okay, it does get pretty pricey pretty quickly, though. Okay, still holding. Huh. Okay, so it's at plus 12 now. And now it's taking 5, which we don't have access to. I could bust open a few more to upgrade the Godskin Peeler, but we'll get stuff naturally. And then I did keep the Godskin Peeler with the Black Flame Tornado on it. Great. Right? Yeah, okay, cool. Alright. And then we go back to that grave to see what the other falling down path, where that takes us. Right over... In hindsight, I wonder if the thing would be kind of like hidden right there or not. A bit curious, but that is for after. Alright, back to the Urzuri Hero's Grave. Because obviously we're not done with this area here. And this time it's not going to resummon the things, right? Right? Okay, so far so good. Just going to ignore the sound of the bone boys coming to life. I'd rather not hop down this hole and fight the ambush of all the, like, leaping frog dudes. Alright, and then up. And then down. I do wonder why... So, like, these two things obviously summoned, well, things, or allowed things to teleport. But then what was up with basically the, like... I was gonna say, what was up with the golden seal near the boss door? But I didn't notice the exits there. Maybe we should be able to... Oh, I may have, like, deactivated... So, okay, so they weren't supposed to just naturally collide with each other. That was a fault of me using the shackles. I do feel a bit bad using the shackles sometimes, but I was told by my friend that plays these that, like, I guess, like, past games had objects like this before that I didn't quite use, and I mean, we've been using this quite a bit. Like, I guess it's like everyone uses them. I wonder what the way to get into that area would have been. Okay, so that thing doesn't go up or down. Alright, just gotta bash you guys here. Alright, is there any, like, side path I somehow didn't see? Like, was I supposed to fall here? And that looks pretty definitively like death. Alright, I'm gonna go with my initial assumption that the area with the flames was somehow connected to where we drop? Though I'm not quite certain how that would also work. But if there is any kind of, like, other way to get there, the shackles would have probably revealed that. I mean, it's like we can't really summon Torrent here because it's a dungeon. And that was just a normal, like, little thing. That just goes back to the ambush. Okay, well, obviously we'll need to look into how to get up there. Like, we might as well reactivate it since it has a light kind of built into it that peers through here. I do wonder if that, like, can interact with more than shadows, and, like, we didn't know it would summon stuff, but, like, now we know, but, yeah. I guess in hindsight... Okay, so that one's coming from up there. But the big question is why? I guess it doesn't matter too much, given that we know where we need to go, and that answer is down. Much as I don't like it due to my, dislike of heights. Okay, just gotta be very careful. So far, so good. Holy grease, alright. Okay, I'm assuming over there is where we're going. Though the fact that alright, so over there is also an option. Oh no. I see bone boys over there too. But yeah, we'll start with this one first. Alright, not seeing any bone boys that would potentially try to shoot arrows at us quite yet, although I do see the frog. Alright, drop down. Alright, so they're awake and alert. Alright, that took down 2 of them. Come on, another one. There we go. Alright, immediate threat neutralized. Ah! Okay. Not seeing any other immediate ones, but... quick shackle check in case there's any secrets. Because this place seems chock full of them so far. I still don't really know who this Azuria is, whether it's like the name of the region? Because I mean, it's the land of the royal capital, but I guess in theory, it's like land of the royal capital in the Altus Plateau. But maybe the area is still kind of greatly referred to as... Alright, Vulgar Militia Ashes. Javelin in the eye. Or lance in the eye. Alright, Grave Glovewort 5. As for the Vulgar Militiamen, spirits of the Vulgar Militia wield long-hafted, serrated hatchets. These brutal weapons are particularly effective at causing blood loss to opponents. In the lands between, the small were scorned, and so they formed their Vulgar Militia as a means to make a living, albeit in ignominy. Ignominy? Like, ignoble means. But okay, so I guess they're not really like executioners or whatnot, they're just kind of... They're essentially adventurers. They just take random jobs and they're mostly murder hobos. Okay, and this should go all the way up to the... at least one of the drop-downs. Yep, there we go. Alright, Grave Violet. I would not be surprised if one of these other paths potentially has another boss, given we've seen that before with some of the folk hero grave dungeons. Alright, fall. Fall. Alright, line this up. Yeah, this seems to be the best bet to drop off from here. Since it's easier to kind of catch on the cross section here. Or not. Easily corrected, thankfully. It's not too much of a loss now that things aren't trying to crush us anymore. Although I do wonder if this entire thing was to just turn on that one light to stop the things from crushing us, so it's like... cart before the horse, but we're assuming there might be treasure still in the area we haven't gotten to. Going to ignore those, although I should turn back on the lantern. Alright, run, run, run. And continue to run. That is one thing about these particular dungeons, that they're a bit big. That kind of makes sense that generally you're trying to just dodge those things. I guess we don't really need to use a shackle right now, since we know that the shackle would normally activate that. Yeah, we're going to ignore that, even though I really hope that doesn't come back to bite me in the butt for ignoring it. Okay, good. And then fall. Grab. Oof, okay. Okay, good. Less good to that skeleton over there, but... the sword-wielding skeleton. Alright, that actually worked out quite well. There we go. It's like, I was a bit afraid of these bones animating and causing even more of a ruckus, but thankfully that was not the case. I'm a bit curious if there's like a secret on the other end of this, but let's look at this first. Okay, none of the bones are coming to life. Good. Alright. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a climb back up, so I expect a few more encounters here. Oh no. I'm about to get run over, am I? Alright, well, you tried, skeleton, you tried. Alright, not a secret there. Okay. Really thought they would come to life. Ooh, something gonna, like, hopefully a chariot won't spawn behind me and come downhill. Alright, so far so good. Hello. Go. I get a feeling that normally this area would have a crusher, but I'm also not going to complain too much. This is definitely to our benefit. Okay. Like we're going back down. Ooh. Okay, health is looking good. Yeah, I think we start off with pelting it. Alright, grab fireball. Oh, so close. Okay. Making sure not another ambush here, but should be just simple treasure. Crucible Feather Talisman. Improves dodge rolling, but increases damage taken. Ooh, not worth it. A talisman fashioned from feathers that embody the aspect of various creatures, said to have grown on the human body long ago. Improves the effectiveness of dodge rolls, but increases damage taken at all times. Ooh. A vestige of the crucible of primordial life, born partially of the de-evolution, it was considered a signifier of the divine in ancient times, but it is now increasingly disdained as an impurity as civilization has advanced. So, are the beastmen maybe just de-evolved people? Definitely some food for thought. I mean, there's a lot of questions, though, about all of that. Okay. This appears to be an elevator. Kinda wondering if any secret, even though we have yet to encounter a single time where that resulted in a secret. Okay, well, obviously that's the way back up. Or a way back up. We don't know if it's the one and only. Okay, good. It's like I didn't hear it retracting, so I was a bit suspicious there for a second. that's the bottom. So then, what's at the very top? Or are they somehow connected? Okay, so there's the thing casting that light. Ah, I wonder if this was... Uh-oh. Okay, not what I thought that was gonna do. Alright, we'll allow it to go up. We're going to exit this before basically the flames make it difficult to exit the room. Alright, now we'll take the elevator. I wonder if that pillar that we just activated was the one that was getting activated by the thing before that caused the two chariots to crash. I'd kind of figure yes, except for the direction seemed to be a different direction. But it's kind of hard to tell where we are compared to up above. Alright, where will this take us here? Like, keeping an eye out for any mysterious side passages here, but not seeing any. Alright. Oh. Okay, no secret. Hook that. Okay. Gonna run through here. Right, great dragonfly head and brave glowwort 6. Okay, so that would be how basically it calls the two things to crash. Hello. Okay, that looks to be probably it here in the dungeon. Like, I don't think there's another boss, but I am curious about basically this thing here. Oh, I wonder maybe if you didn't crash the chariots, maybe if you got here, like, it would make the chariot appear just, like, block the boss door? I could see that being a thing. Alright, yeah, I think we bypassed quite a bit by using Margaret's shackles. Margit? Margaret? I keep calling it Margaret. Margit. You know what, screw it. I'm just gonna call it Margaret. Alright, run past these guys. No need to fight them. We'll just exit via this way. Okay, they're not really pursuing, despite the fact that the boss door is no longer there. Might as well grab some of this sap, or resin. No, might as well grab the other root resin too. Oop. There we go. Alright, and this will take us back to the entrance, meaning we can just teleport right on over to the other crypt without having to worry about that bear in the way. Alright. Azaria, side tomb. And correcting my posture a bit here while the loading screen goes. Alright, what do I got in the side tomb? Okay, boss right away from when we find the lever. Beast Eye is not quivering, so I assume not those who live in death. Oh, I don't like that thing that's kind of crawling away. Oh, it's a jar. Okay. And they just exercising? If you don't want to start stuff, we don't gotta start stuff. And I'll say, you guys seem like you want to start stuff. Alright. I mean, probably better to try and round up as many as we can first. Oh, that one has like a yellow seal. and seem to have exploded much easier than his brethren. We didn't take damage, so I don't think it's like a... like, you know, exploding on death type one. This feels too convenient. Oh wait, these things warp me. I should probably let it warp me, but not right now. I don't know, like those things, like when they warp us, they tend to warp us pretty far. There we go. That's that explosion I was kind of wondering was going to happen. Well, alright. And there's a question of how we're going to get back, but... Ah, okay. I wonder basically if maybe the two chests teleport. I assume this is going to be another smoke chest. Yep. Okay. So we're dealing with one of those type of dungeons where it's like you can kind of teleport it every which way and kind of got to make sense of things. But I feel if we can avoid using it, probably for the best for right now. Alright, Grave Glovewort 6. Dang it. Better. And also better. Imp Head Cat. Ooh. Head covering made from the largely unaltered head of an impish golem. Resembling a cat, it holds trace amounts of feline intelligence. I could totally see that being part of a puzzle. Similar to the scholar hats in the erudition emote. Although I guess we haven't really come across too many, like, normal cat things. They've all kind of been more golem-ish. Well, if that ain't suspicious. Oh, all that drippy bits of water is a bit, suspicious here. Wait, nope, not. And I guess that kind of worked. I didn't get... Ah, okay. They're trying to be extra. Hey, water. We know that water with lightning means zappiness. Alright, another warp thing. Okay, kind of figured he'd be ambushing with a partner. Like, would I be able to, Alright, he got me, I got him. There we go. Alright, gonna heal from that, because I'm curious if we can now try the door here. Okay, so it only opens from the other side. I think. Should probably confirm that suspicion. At the very least, it doesn't have like a side path here. And not seeing any... Oop. I hear pitter-pattering. There we go. Chests everywhere. Oh, hello. This dungeon is definitely rife with the little imps. But okay, Yeah, we can use kind of some of these bodies. Like, if it teleports us to an area like that, we should look for the bodies as kind of like indicators that we're in the same room. Because I get the feeling they would totally try to trick you. Alright. Ensnare to transport a trap. Ooh, okay. Alright, good. And excellent. Alright, Perfumer's Cookbook 3. Crack popped. Okay, that's the other side of this door. Another crack pop. Alright, living jar shard. Alright, what did that perfumer thing give us? Iron jar aromatic. Alright. Trying to see dead bodies we've left behind. Yep, okay, so this is on the other side of that one fence. It's covered with blood. Or, I guess, jar goop contents. Alright, so in theory, this teleports us back into that, like, cathedral room? Man, I got the vibe that this dungeon's boss is totally going to be more of those, like, giant cats. Okay. Huh, so this entire thing like a side path. Oh wait, no, okay, we haven't been down here yet. Bro. Well, I'm glad to know they eventually explode. Okay, so in theory, this should teleport us back up to the cathedral to that, like, little alcove. I am glad they skipped the loading screens here. Huh. So I wonder if taking these traps actually do respawn folk? Because this guy should be already dead. That is, unless, again, it's like meant to replicate the room. It's actually a different room down there. Alright, this would be the guy that was up above throwing electric jars at us. I'm going to assume that they respawn people and that this isn't some sort of very elaborate look-alike. Although I guess I can always, like, test it out by teleporting backwards. But first, let's try and hit the boss door lever. Ouch. Gonna pay for some of that health, please. Give me it back. Hello. Alright. I am suspicious. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go back this way. Take the transporter trap. I'm gonna confirm to see basically if things actually stay dead or not. Because, like, in theory then, the jars would have, like, respawned. Yeah, but the bodies are all cleaned up, though. Aha, okay. The bodies aren't cleaned up. Okay, they're doing the exact thing that I thought they would be doing. Okay. So that room they put us in was not the room that we actually came from. And that's how we hear the guy's still alive, because he's in a different room still trying to kill me. There we go. Alright. I should probably replenish mana. Are there 2 more exploding jars now? Nope. Okay. So yeah, if we take this, we should be, in theory, inside a new, like, water room. Yep. This time with a ladder. Just let them detonate on their own. Alright, crackpot. Ghost Glovewort. Crackpot. Alright, what do we have this way? Kind of curious if maybe it's like things are separated by elevation? Like obviously in the other cathedral room, we heard. Well, in the original one, we heard the one like A and B. We heard. Okay, so there's a lever. Yeah, okay. You know, in hindsight, given I fell for that guy falling from the ceiling, I should have been a bit more careful there. But oh well. There we go. Boss door open. And then it's like we could just go back, but I'm wondering if there's going to be treasure if I went further the other path here. Like, truly treated the other Dungeon B like Dungeon A. Because that ladder basically seemed to connect the two. And also make sure there's no, like, secrets that are only in one versus the other. Not seeing any dudes around here. There we go. Alright, grab that grave glovewort. So if we go back to up here, I wonder if it's not going to have a teleporter? Yep. Ritual pot. Oh. I'm a bit surprised that it did things like that. There we go. Alright, raw meat dumpling, living jar shard. Alright, some root resin. And to satisfy my curiosity here, double check with shackle. Alright. Okay, we're gonna top off. And yeah, time to head back to Dungeon A via... You can probably basically take the water room. So yeah, that was... Yeah, that was... down here? I'm already starting to mix up where's where. I want to say this is the water room. It is not the water room. I mean, technically we can get back to this way too. This works. I'm trying to think if in this version though, if we ever... Yeah, okay, we did go up there in the other version. Okay. I don't think there are any additional secrets here. Alright, up here. And this should take us back to the first treasure room that we went to, because we jumped out of the window in the jar room to get there, so... Although, just in case I'm incorrect, always good to be a bit on guard. Okay, yeah. Yep, there's a window. Okay. So boss should be up here and to the right. Yeah, here we go. Alright, looking good. Didn't mean to do that. Meant to pick up basically the root resin while holding down shield. Alright, I think... it's the lime. Good old mimic tier. There we go. It's like, you want to help out other me? Where's my, Alright, so far so good. There's some other jars shatter. Yep, there we go. Soul jars of fortune ashes. I see what you did there. Very clever game. Summon 3 living jar... Wait. Summon 3 little living jar spirits. Asher remains when spirits dwell. Use to summon the spirits of 3 little living jars. Summoning consumes HP rather than FP. These reckless spirits sacrifice themselves to vanquish their summoner's foes and explode upon death. Though their bravery is admirable, their explosions can harm friend as well as foe, and they will almost immediately explode on contact with fire. Tell the others. Tell them how brightly a fire jar burns. Interesting, basically, for those that don't want to use, like, well, the pets as pets. It's just more straight up like, oh yeah, no, this is basically a fancy attack. Alright. How many runes do we have? Alright, not too many. Return to surface. And how are we doing on time? We are still quite good for today. Excellent. Alright, so that taken care of. Ah, more of those giant skulls in the snowlands that we can't reach quite yet. Okay, and they did respawn that giant bear. So, okay, we should probably... Yeah, the East Capital Rampart is where we came in from the Prince of Death Throne. Okay, box still holding back. Alright, cool. Oh. Alright, we're not seeing Gold Mask anymore. Should probably head back to that area real quick to double check. And then we'll go back to the round table to upgrade the God Peeler a bit more, and then we will head to the capital proper. A bit smoky slash foggy here. I'm very curious if Gold Mask has moved to the capital, or if I'm about to find, like, both their bodies dead. I guess also, once we get into the capital, we should probably try and hunt down those other Volcano Manor bounties. Alright, that's that battle mage we took on before. I'm pretty certain that body was there way back when, so I don't think that's going to be our friend dead. Yep, alright, so that's a normal mummified undead type man. So, okay, so they've moved on to somewhere. Oh, actually, yes. What we should do... Alright, we're gonna go back to the Capital Rampart, but I forgot we haven't checked out, like, these waters. Oh, wait. Derp. I need to go back to the Round Table Hold, actually, to finish upgrading my weapon. Alright. Capital Outskirts... But first, Table of Lost Grace. Try to at least have the God Peeler start to get a bit more parity so we can actually start trying to get some more practice in with it. Hello.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your arms.
Alright, strengthen weapon. And 3, 4. Alright, and that's into the 5s, which... So yeah, so both these are equal at plus 12 right now. With Cassius at plus 17, Pike at plus 23. Yeah, we haven't really had much need to upgrade the invert hawk shield for right now, so that should be fine. Like we could upgrade the Cassius a bit more. But let's see how these do first, since we're starting to use a lot more magic. How we're doing on runes.
Greetings. Are you here for...
Yeah, let's see if any of these guys basically can do with an upgrade. It's like we could do Black Knife further. Same with Jar White. We could try to get the Great Shield Soldiers a bit higher up. I mean, we have 14 Grave Glovewort, so... Okay, I think that's good. Alright. Now... head back to the capital. And then immediately back out of the capital to check out those waterways. And then back into the capital. My logic is that waterways connect to sewers. We've been told sewers connect to underneath the capital. We've been told underneath the capital is the Three Fingers. I'm still a bit curious whether the Three Fingers is an individual or multiples, because we've been told previously that, like, there's the Two Fingers, but there's also multiple the Two Fingers. Like, they're more of a thing rather than, like, an individual, even though they all serve the greater will. And to an extent, maybe there's, like, a Two Fingers of the Two Fingers. So, like, a Two-Finger Prime, as it were. But not quite sure yet. Okay, we can get down there safely through here. And given it's raining, probably should have our lantern lit. Get the shackles ready in case we see anything that's suspicious. Oh, for a brief second, I thought that the Erdtree was lightning itself in the sky. Okay, so this just leads out of the waterway. Ooh, okay, we got someone down here. Holy crap, it's you. I thought you were dead.
What are you looking at? Oh, you again, is it? Perfect bloody timing, actually. I got crab. Cooked up fresh.
You should probably know. Well, let's see what he has to sell first. What? I wonder what he should know. Hopefully we're not about to do something that we're not supposed to be doing. Like, we're not going to tell him that Snake Lady is a snake, right?
Right. There's something I should probably tell you. You heard of the Dung Eater? He's a madman. Has it out for everyone. Curses them. Goes round in his rank armor and all. You see him, though. Stay, well, away. I was in the same jail as him once, so I know firsthand. He's a god-forsaken monster. Not just some petty thug like me.
About the Dung Eater.
He's a killer. Kills people. And curses the souls. Does all sort of shit to the corpses. To keep them cursed forever. I ain't seen nothing more disgusting in all my years. I ain't ever been more scared neither. Rooted to the bloody spot while he did that. To my friend.
Alright, let's buy some crab to get on his good side here. Crab, prawn.
Never met someone with a taste for crab I couldn't trust. You've got a real thing here, eh? And it's only getting better.
Alright, let's see if any new dialogue.
Marcus tits. You must be hungry. as tits.
Okay, we'll do one thing more of crab. There we go. Alright, I'm going to assume no new dialogue there, since he did divulge all the information about the Dung Eater. I figure at some point the Dung Eater and me are going to come to blows, but as for the when and where of it all, I'm not quite sure about that. Alright, Gold Rune 1. Should probably double check the wall here a bit more to make sure there's no, like, crypt door or whatnot. Yeah, not seeing anything. Alright, this particular moat is looking a bit more like death than other bits. Yeah, where's our rainbow stone? Yeah, I don't trust that rainbow stone for the life of me. Quite literally. So yes, I'm going to assume that that is death down there. But okay, so we got some Dung Eater stuff, so thank you, Blackguard. Good checkout way up over there. And I guess this is probably as convenient of a time as ever to double check to make sure that the very ends of the wall don't have any secret to them. Alright, go up here. Yeah, there's a lot of different things to do once we're in the capital proper. So okay, so it forces us to go there. Oh yeah, we should maybe warp over to the Divine Bridge to see if the teleporter is still turned off. Or whether it's mysteriously turned on now that we've kind of gotten a bit further. Okay. Oh yeah, the golems are back alive now. Gotta be a bit careful about them. Now these guys up here weren't necessarily labeled as a boss, so I don't know if they would respawn or not. Okay, so they did respawn, but we should be able to just avoid them. Yeah, minor Erd tree. Okay, doesn't appear that we're being chased. Alright, Trina's Lily. I do feel I should try that summon one time that has the sleep arrows, but I can't imagine that many bosses actually really care about being hit by the sleep arrows. Alright, yeah, not seeing anything else up here except for the Trina's Lily, so we should be good to teleport over. Back to the Divine Bridge. And the only thing up here I recall was a potential one-way elevator. Man, I don't even think it was an elevator in there. It was just more kind of like a jump into the abyss. Ooh, okay. Seems to be activated now. Where would this take us? Well, time to find out. Ah, okay, so that's how we get to the island here. Isolated Divine Tower. Yep, it's tightly blocked shut. Alright. So okay, so that answers that. So okay, we have access now to 2 additional Divine Towers, so once we do get the respective runes for each, should be able to actually do something then. Alright, we're going to teleport back to make sure that the other direction here doesn't have something new activated now that we're, like, reaching the capital proper. And obviously these giant stone dragons, which... I mean, we know that dragons used to turn themselves into stone to protect their lords, as it were. Alright, well, I'll be okay. This actually works now. I wonder what exactly was the trigger for it. Because I thought we had checked this maybe after we had gotten enough runes to qualify for entering the capital, but maybe I didn't. Yeah, alright, we're going to check things out from this direction, mainly because it's closer to our target here for Vagrum. Alright, gotta keep at the ready here, just in case anything... Actually, I should turn on the lantern, because it is very quite dark. I don't remember if I could actually, like, pull this and then run out or not. Alright, Iron Virgins. Oh, alright. Okay, so they wouldn't come in here. I can't fully know if I'm safe or not here, but, you know, whatever. I'm just kind of waiting for it to eventually get unstuck and then run me over. Oh, no, you don't. There we go. Now, that said, I think there was more than just the one. Yep. I also don't know how that one knew where I was so quickly either. Alright, nascent butterfly. Okay, making sure I wasn't going to sneak right into a Iron Virgin idling somewhere here. Stormhawk's Axe. Battle axe designed to resemble a hawk, with its wings comprising the blade, signature weapon of warriors who strive to remain one with the storm, despite being so far from their place of birth. Their hearts are proud, and thereby easily undone. Unique skill, and I'm hearing... Huh, they're staring at me, but... Okay, you know, we're gonna try to get back to a bit of safety here. Okay, it's not... I was about to say, it's not trying to get to us, but in hindsight, it might be trying to get to us. Yeah, it's definitely trying to get to us. Come on. I'm assuming you can actually get out of this, right? I don't think we need to worry about mana quite yet. Come on. Uh-oh, wrong one. Oh, although it might be free. And we have our extra aggro right now. No idea where it's going. But I would like to explore the rest of this area relatively safely. Okay, so let's check over here. Should probably get the shackles ready. Oh, it's finally free. Alright. Okay, this maybe is a bit more damage now than the Spectral Lance. And more mana, though, too. Ugh, so close. nothing special. I was kind of hoping. But okay, so now we can actually explore over on this like far left side though. I think it was just the two of them patrolling this area. Okay, Somber Smithing Stone 6, not too shabby. Okay. So we're in this little quadrant, and the neighboring quadrant should lead us to our target. Which, oh yeah, with the volcano matter, basically, we actually get like the red invasion seal, so, okay. So that shouldn't be too bad. So, shields at the ready, just in case. Okay, there we go. Aww. This looks very similar to the dueling hall in the Round Table hold. Alberic's pointed hat, robe, bracers, and trousers. Who's Alberic? Mad Tongue Alberic's pointed hat, a sign of heretical practitioner, set with red glintstones, said to be formed by the blood of sacrifices, strengthens thorn sorcery. Oh. Alberic was an aloof yet disturbed heretical sorcerer said to have been driven mad by jeering tongues during her service to the Round Table hold long ago. Mad Tongue Alberic's robe, set with red glintstones, said to be formed by the blood of sacrifices, strengthens thorn sorceries. Alberic was an aloof yet disturbed heretical sorcerer said to have been driven mad by jeering tongues during... Okay, so that's the same. Okay, so they're all the same. Then I feel like before I fight this target, I need to know, is this like some sort of dark mirror version of the Round Table? Well, if it is, we can't that easily get upstairs. Okay. But I mean, it's pretty one-to-one so far. Black Key Bolt. Two Fingers Prayer Book. Give to a learned cleric to acquire new incantations, the Lord's Heal and the Lord's Aid. Prayer book containing incantations for the Two Fingers. An item once entrusted to tarnished worthy of lordship. Okay, we'll probably give that... Ooh, okay. I was gonna say we're probably gonna give that to the turtle, but maybe we can give it to the guy who's trying to learn underneath a gold mask next time we see him. If we see him. Didn't mean to disturb their dinner time, but they were starting to throw rocks at me. Another thing I'm a bit curious / concerned about, like, if this is potentially a round table, and I do this quest for the Volcano Manor, like, I'm not going to lose access to my Spirit Tuner and Blacksmith, right? Alright, so the next stone 5. Like, I know I'm at odds with the Round Table, but it'd be kind of weird to lose access to the main area. Okay. Lost Grace discovered. Fortified Manor, first floor. Okay. Trying to even recognize where this is from. Lightless bird painting. I mean, the Erd tree is to the left of the door. Because normally I would think this was kind of up north. Over here. I guess it could be. Alright, well, keep that in mind. Okay, double check yet again. Alright, we should be good to fight our target. Get out some more frenzy. And invade Vagrim the Raging Wolf and errant sorcerer Wilhelm's world? Yes. Let's see how this goes. Alright, at least we have backup. One down. Oof. Vagrim the Raging Wolf and errant sorcerer Wilhelm defeated. Return to your world. Good job. Friend whose name I can't remember. Alright. Raging Wolf Helm, Armor, Gauntlets, and Greaves. Helm worn by Vagrim the Raging Wolf, one of the first Tarnished to visit the Round Table Hold. Vagrim's nickname comes from the white wolf's mane that decorates this helm. According to old legends, wolves are the shadows of the Imperium, and this is what Vagrim aspired to be. Okay, so like Blade. Okay. Which, in hindsight, we never actually found Blade. Although I was wondering if that, like, last of the Imperium that we fought, or not Imperium, the last of the dudes that Ronnie had us fought as we're entering the Lake of Rot, I was curious if that was actually Blade or not. Okay, let's go back to the Volcano Manor Hold to report. I'm kind of hoping that we get some good treasure out of that. Okay, everyone's still doing good. I can't remember if that door was closed before or not. Hello, friend.
Ah, I had hoped you'd soon return. I have the reward from Lady Tanith. Take it. It's yours, by right.
Gelmir's Fury.
Let us tread the path of the recusant together, till we reach the miserable death that awaits us. You're still alive, I see.
Do we got any more skills we can learn from him? Currently, no.
Well, until we meet again. You're still alive?
Okay, so I don't think there's going to be any new quests from him.
Well,
I always forget how dark the manor is here. Okay, our sneaky friend is still alive. Is this door locked? Okay, blocked shut. Checking with the good lady.
If you follow this heroic path, one day the Lord will see you. It cannot come a day too soon.
Alright, we're not going to tell her about the form, even though we know that she knows, but she doesn't know that we know. Oh, wait, you Patches. You got anything to say about all this?
hello again.
Seemingly not, but we'll give him a quick pity purchase here. Looks like 100 is still the cheapest.
Cheers for that.
Alright, let's double check things here. I am a bit curious. If I go back to the capital, not capital, back to the round table, they're not going to be angry at me, right? Okay. It's like, might as well double check with Gideon. I was half convinced I might be attacked on the like way in, but seemingly not the case. Alright. Looks like we're all good. Although it is also good to remember that they have one of the missing like runes that we're going to need at some point. Like Ronnie's greater rune. But okay, let us... Like if we go back here... Yeah, I'm curious if we can find a different way to the second floor of the manor. And if we can maybe open up the... Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think that was a proper way, because that was a blocked door. But we know... Oh. Huh. That is bizarre now I think about it. Why would the main, like, pathway into the capital just lead into... I assumed that was water previously, but I am now questioning that guess. But alright. Let's double check to make sure we can't actually somehow get to the second floor of the... I guess we can call this place the square table hold. Kind of standing in opposition to the round table. Ooh, and actually, yeah, we might be able to open up those doors from this side. Okay, there's some fancy knights. Alright. Aw, boo. Okay, so that's not openable. I do like kind of getting a glance at how it looks from the outside of things. Oh, ooh, okay. We're dealing with multiple of them, one of who is an archer. One of whom? There we go. Try to lure one of them over so we don't have to worry about, Okay. Keep going. Ouch. Foiled by basic decorations. Alright, try that again. Thankfully, not too long of a walk. Although we gotta turn on our lantern again. Get up this. Don't need the Hellish Berry right now. Yeah, I think actually we start with Spectral Lance, and then when they're closer we can switch over to Black Flame. And I'm still kind of... Ooh, actually. Oh yeah, no, that's how we came in. I don't think that would, like, wrap back around. Huh. Who or what is that? Oh, it's one of the bubble horn people. Alright, try to equip the right things here. Really? Alright, there we go. Ouch. Man, I don't know how to, like, really avoid that. This is kind of like you'll take zapping now. And I guess in hindsight, best defense is a good offense. Glad we didn't basically get the archer involved in that, but yeah, I think basically just need to keep the pressure on. Wait a minute, if we're going to be keeping the pressure on, we have one weapon that's better at that than others. Good old fisticuffs. So yeah, we pull with the Spectral Lance, and then we wail on him with gloves. I mean, good sir, if you're not gonna look. Alright, good. Wouldn't mind getting one Black Flame in. Ouch. Just got foiled by those things again. Alright. There we go. Gravelstone Seal and Lendell Nightgreaves. Sacred Seal made from Gravelstone, thought to be an ancient dragon scale, enhances the dragon cult incantations of the royal capital. The worship of the ancient dragons does not conflict with the belief in the Earth Tree. After all, this seal and lightning itself are both imbued with gold. So, okay, yeah, boost dragon cult incantations. Not bad. If we wanted to go like full lightning ever. Oh yeah, we didn't look at our Volcano Manor prize. Gelmir's Fury covers area with surge of magma from the earth. Conjures a surge of magma from the earth, covering the area. Charging sends a surge of magma. This sorcery is held to represent the fury of the volcano, but the arrogance of attempting to harness it solely that of men and serpents. Okay. Dodge that. Alright, Old Fang. Wonder if there's a way to get to him. Alright, there we go. That answers that. Dang. Yeah, I think basically, ouch. Thought I was in cover. You know, might as well do both here. Yep, saw that coming. I don't trust this guy not taking me down. There we go. Alright, what do we got on this side of things here? Hopefully that's only the main two Lendel Knights in the area. Ah, okay, so we're on the other side of where the Iron Virgins were. Okay, they did respawn. Okay, good to confirm. Yeah, in hindsight, yeah, the entire capital is kind of like covered with ash. Alright, gravel stone. Huh, I briefly thought I heard the like, shimmering of a scarab, but I do not see any. Trying to see if there's not maybe a way to... Actually. Oh, okay, so I can't summon Torrent here. But yeah, trying to see maybe if there's an access point, like, from the windows. Then we've still got plenty of, like, little avenues to check here. Okay. There's no, like, downward thing here to get up above. So how do we get that treasure? Like, if we had Torrent, it would be a lot easier, but... I doubt that would work. I'm like, maybe over here... Oh, alright, that worked. The next stone 6. And stone sword key, not bad. And if I do recall, there was nothing over here. Like the light's kind of shining in, but yeah, that's just kind of the dragon body kind of crashed on through the wall. But okay, so we can't leave the manor through the front door. Oh, okay, there's a gargoyle. Need to be careful about that. Oop, alright, got some dogs. Okay, okay. I do feel like I should probably bust out a bit of ranged option here. Ah, yes, those are the horn players. Alright, get other dog. Okay, Gargoyle hasn't aggroed yet. Although, ooh, a little bit of a treasure bit here. And it feels like if we're going to find a way inside, it's going to be somewhere like along like this area. I don't think... Oh, hello. Okay, here we go. Here's how we get inside. Go to Ruin 9. Yep, and here's where we saw D get, like, killed way back before. Sanctified Whetblade and Hammer kind of make me question the true nature of the Round Table Hold, although not the first of these games to make me question the main hub. Grants choice of affinity upgrade to weapon. Sanctified Whetblade with a cipher engraved can be used as a whetstone knife. When applying an affinity using physical or golden type Ashes of War, an additional affinity of sacred or lightning can be chosen. And then Hammer. Hammer comprised of a large stone affixed to a metal hammer, originally a blacksmith's tool. They are a smithing instead of originated among the giants. This weapon's striking attack boasts ample weight behind them. Okay, only 6.5 weight, it's not too heavy. Let's try to grab this. Alright, smithing stone 6. Buy my sword. Hero's Rune 1. Yet again, should probably do a quick shackle check. I do love the very similar vibes to that back at, like in Bloodborne. Okay, I mean, there's actually a round table here. Alright, a rune arc. Alright, so the next stone 5. And I'm noticing that the two-finger door is currently closed. I doubt a boss, right? Oh, okay. A throne. Coated sword. Hidden sword, once granted to the Tarnish of the Round Table Hidden sword, once granted to the Tarnish of the Round Table by the Two Fingers. A formless cipher comprises this blade, which deals holy damage. No shield can repel. Champions would gather at the Round Table Hold in days long past, when the Two Fingers were masters of oration, their flesh yet still full of vigor. Oh. Unique skill, Unblockable Blade. Imbue the cipher blade with light extending its length, then strike with a sudden sweeping attack. This attack cannot be blocked. Okay, so basically the sword version of the fists that we have. But interesting though, like, yeah, again, that kind of implies that this is the the round table, but in the distant future, which doesn't quite make a lot of sense. I mean, it doesn't. Like, I mean, we've seen basically counterparts to, like, Firelink Shrine, the place in Bloodborne, etc., etc. There's a number of excuses. Okay. Pearl Calling Finger Remedy. Just was curious if I could. Okay. Nothing where the husks are. I was about to say, it's like, kind of figure if I'm gonna get ambushed by the Dung Eater, it would be in a place like this, but, not seemingly the case. Although, something happened to this guy's poor crotch. Seed Bed Curse. Curse grown on a body defiled by the Dung Eater. Curse grown on a corpse killed and defiled by the Dung Eater. A tender pox afflicted with omen horns. The Dung Eater cultivates a seedbed curse on corpses. By doing so, he prevents dead souls returning to the Erd Tree, leaving them forever cursed. One of the most loathsome things found in all the lands between. Okay, so this basically... So omen horns. Tender pox... So the pox afflicted with omen horns? Because we have that axe we got not too long ago that's like... Omen killer horns? Where was that? And that's Dragon Great Claw. I guess it was too far long ago. Because yeah, that was basically when we were kind of entering the capital itself. Interesting. Yeah, no secret. I wonder if we give the Dung Eater his corpse back? I don't know if there's a way to really get on the good side of the Dung Eater. It seems like a bit of a flawed logic to begin with. Alright, I think we've basically checked out everything here in this bizarro version of the Round Table Hold. Alright, back down we go. Okay, yeah, not seeing anything like special around here. And it was originally, yeah, in this direction basically where we got the painting, but also in our version of the Round Table Hold, that's where we got the gloves, the cipher fisticuffs. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so let's eventually take this route out. Oh, wonder if that's a Colosseum we can get to. Also, just a bit curious if we can't get inside down below here without having to fight the gargoyle. But I think, yeah, we'd have to kind of, like, go up and then around. Where does this go? Oh. Death. Only death. Alright. Let's take the route up. I do like the very melancholic music here. Okay. Man, we're not aggroing the gargoyle so far over here. Oh, okay. That's basically one of the gladiators that we fought as bosses. I'm a bit curious how tough this guy is. Alright, still pretty bulky. Alright, get some stamina back. I was kind of hoping he would fly back there, but he did not end up doing that. Alright, 1500, not too shabby. There has to be something this way, right? Yeah. Kill the tree guardian folk. Alright, that worked. Like, what are they all gathered for? And why? Okay, yeah, that's the Colosseum. What am I next to? Okay, some sort of other structure. Tarnished golden sunflower. I figured just take them out one by one here. Ugh. They had treasure on them. That's probably just more tarnished golden sunflowers. Ooh, here we go. Or Dang it. Huh. Okay, so I'd have to take the full, like, route loop here. All lined up in a row. Yeah, I figure get up there and then go around. Okay, he actually is coming. Whoa, wrong one. Okay, good. None of those guys aggroed. Oh, he, like, healed himself. Okay. Oh, and he, like, flowered. This should be okay. Alright, need mana. Huh, so like one of them flowered, but then turned off? Alright. You know what? That works. If it works, it works. Okay, we actually have one more up here. There we go. Alright, tarnished golden sunflower. Is there like a spot of grace up here? That seems like there's to be a place with grace. Well, let's try to get the treasure first. Alright, down here we go. Look over there. Oof, it's like yet again. Just don't. Whoopsie. Hello. Alright. Now we can get treasure. Holy grease. I shouldn't be too surprised. I feel like half the times I go for treasure, it's just like grease. Which, I mean, I guess grease is essentially lightning enchantment, or not lightning, weapon enchantment without the spell requirements, so it's like probably pretty good for those with like no casting stuff whatsoever. But not that beneficial for me. I'm somewhat questioning if I am in a place I should be in. What? Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. I somehow doubt it. Bug, please play distraction for me. Thank you. I mean, I know this is like a fake fight, so someone is behind this illusion. Thank you, bug boy. Uh-oh. That should do it. Hey, talisman pouch. Not bad. Bug boy, why are you still here? Okay, there we go. So, like, what illusionary person did that Erdtree Sanctuary? You know, in hindsight, like, I really don't got any idea or clue where, Morgoth even is here in this giant city. Okay, these are finger reader crones. Like, we're so weakened. Alright, holy grease, holy grease. Okay. Like, I really can't tell if I was supposed to be here or not, but it is what it is. And obviously it's not Morgoth quite yet. Okay, we can actually get higher. I mean, I assume we're probably good as long as we don't fight Morgoth himself quite yet. I mean, we are aiming to do it, but, like, I do want to explore the city and not just accidentally take some sort of special shortcut right into the boss fight. Ooh. How do I get that? Like, being very, very, precarious here, given I don't have a lot of health nor healing. So it's like I'm supposed to rest. Actually, how much? Ooh, okay. Actually, we should level up. I don't realize that I was sitting on enough to actually do that. It's like I'm sort of gonna respawn all the guys outside, but it should be okay. Alright, level up. Into faith. There we go. Alright, nothing there. And I do wonder what Godfrey the First Elden Lord's deal there just now was, because he obviously wasn't the real deal. Like some sort of like golden illusion. But I figured that he was being kind of like channeled by somebody. So I expected maybe the boss fight to like go into phase 2. Which we're lucky it didn't, but... Oh, actually. Okay, no, we can summon Torn. Where does this go? Okay, there's definitely a very important looking building here. Oh, and another spot of grace. Okay. Like, no matter what, I don't want to beat the game. Oh, whoa! It's not a boss, so... Ouch. I guess the big thing is, so what if it's not a boss? Can still kick my butt. Although we came pretty close to kicking its butt, so it was an even fight. I figure I should just try to go tap that grace over in that direction. But I also want to check out the Colosseum, though. And there's obviously still the sewers, so there's a lot of the city. But I feel like if I go into that structure over there, that is a bridge too far for right now. I mean, we know Morgoth's guarding the capital, so you'd think that maybe he'd be like in some sort of barracks or whatnot, but I mean, he's probably guarding the capital to guard the Erd Tree, so like, you know, which of these places would he be at? Alright, you. There we go. I win that little dance. It's like I'm just here to tap this grace. These are like stone tablets, so, you know, old-timey books. The Queen's Bedchamber. It's safe for me to grab this, right? I'm not going to trigger a boss fight. Blessing of the Erd Tree. Grants greater blessing to self and nearby allies. Grants a great blessing to the caster and nearby allies, gradually restoring a large amount of HP. Alright, hold to continue praying and delay activation. The Erd Tree once flourished with abundance, yet it was only for a fleeting moment. Such is the course of all life. Huh, so for a fleeting moment, okay. 38 faith. We are capable of... Actually, is it one slot or two? One slot, okay, cool. I don't know if that Black Knife Assassin basically counts as a unique or not, so like, will it respawn if we allocate spells? Wait, there's my spells. Alright, what could we replace for the heal? Probably the knockback, because we're not really using it, despite the fact I kind of intended to, but... Alright. Oh, talk to Malena. Well... Okay. Don't end the game, please.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
I'm interested.
In Marika's own words, O Radigan, leal hound of the Golden Order, thou art yet to become me. Thou art yet to become a god. Let us be shattered, both. Mine other self.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, the implication, like, Marika's a god, Radagon, which is not Radon, but Radagon, the Elder. Was it a god, or is now a god? Curious about that. Alright, swap out Wrath of Gold for... Where was it? What was it called again? Not Protection of the Erd Tree. Not Blessing's Boon. Here we go. Blessing of the Erd Tree.
Shall I turn your runes to strength?
I know I can't level up.
Rest upon you. For but a moment.
I was just curious
Share
if...
them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
Okay, though. No unique dialogue. Okay. I mean, obviously we're close to something, but whether that something is Morgoth or not, I don't know. And okay, so the assassin is gone, so they were a special spawn. And I gotta say, all the finger reader crones here remind me a lot of the pilgrims from Dark Souls 3. Can I can jump over here to the roof. Ooh, an open window. Aha, here we go. Assumedly. I mean, obviously this gets us closer to that, but I don't know if this is, like, actually how we get this. Golden Order Principia. Give to a learned cleric to learn new incantations. Radagon's Rings of Light and Laws of Regression. Per book of the Golden Order Fundamentalist. A dense and complex academic treatise that contains the Order's fundamentalist principles. Okay. Alright, let's kind of go the full breadth here. Ooh, treasure. Ooh, more treasure. Ooh, Celestial Dew, and kick the ladder. Alright, what do we got here? Erd Tree Bow. Longbow featuring Erd Tree styling. In times of old, when faith and battle went hand in hand, this weapon was created in tandem with the golden arrow. Scales all arrows damaged with faith, revealing its true worth when used with holy infused arrows. Skill, Mighty Shot. Okay. Alright, let's take this ladder down here. I want to see what the, like, quote-unquote correct way to get up here was. I imagine it was probably past the gargoyle. Alright, Somber Smithing Stone 5. Like, not secret, like, flipping elevator, right? Yeah, okay. And that's just water over here. I assume death water at that. Okay, I mean, I want to check out the Colosseum. I assume it's like the other Colosseums, but you never know. That's actually a bit foolhardy of me to just kind of jump over the railing like that, but thankfully I didn't die. Never punished. Yeah, I mean, it's good that we have access to a boss. I don't know which boss it is. Ideally, not the final boss, but it's a boss. Oh. Okay, that's an elevator. Like, where am I going? Alright, send that back up. Double check for any secrets. Though I kind of doubt it here. Like, you know, I guess that is a point of secrets, so if I figured there'd be secrets there, then... Okay. Ooh, Gargoyle and Golden Seed. Regression alone reveals secrets. Aw, regression. I mean, there is talk of the Crucible stuff. I mean, that's kind of regression. I'll have to think about this one. I wonder basically if it's one of those emote puzzle. I mean, I guess I could try just putting on a helm just to see. Although normally they also want some sort of emote with it too. Not fire, spurn me. I mean, weight does seem pretty animalistic. Just monkey man weight. Alright, catch grading back in Bravo. Not seeing any, like, Ookum and the Dookum. Inner order? Outer order? Oopsie, did not mean to swap. Grovel for mercy. Dejection. Maybe dozing cross-legged, like an animal. Like, we'll try Grovel for mercy. And nothing's really happening. Again, I'll have to think about it, but there's definitely a puzzle there. Okay, where's my thief mask at? I have so many pieces of armor now. Ah, there it is. I'm assuming those are perfumers and not Noxians. There we go. Alright. Easy enough. Alright, perfumer hood. More holy grease. They certainly want me to have a lot of holy grease in this area. You know, I should probably put a marker on my map right here to indicate the treasure. Or at least a puzzle. Okay, if I attack the gargoyle, do I get like a life bar for it? I learned my lesson with the other one, so we're gonna attack from slightly higher up, if I can. Hey, hey, don't walk away like that. There we go. Ouch. You know, I deserve that. Alright, mana up. There we go. Just pelt them with fire here. And let it roar. Get some more mana. Like keep a safe distance here. You know, I probably should top off just in case. I am literally playing with fire here. Okay, good. Gargoyle's halberd. Okay, so that's not quite as this easily jump off, like, or jump aroundable as I thought it might have been. Okay, with that out of the way, we should be able to just walk down there and grab that golden seed. Alright, up we go. And we do need to be wrapping it up here. We are healthily at overtime. But, I mean, as I figured, there's a lot of the capital to go see here. Okay, here we go. We can just ride this route on down. I think. Right? Right! Alright, this should be okay. There we go. Alright, go this way, and I'm kind of curious. Taking out the gladiator again, because I do want to check out the arena. Then we should head into the city proper to start looting places down there. Since we're either at Morgoth or America, given the Queen's bedchamber into a boss fight. We did just fight Godfrey, the first Elden Lord, but we didn't, because yeah, I don't think that's them, but you never know. There we go. Excellent. Get a tiny bit closer here for me to hit you. I imagine he's not the only gladiator though along this road. Get all the stamina back. Uh-oh. There we go. Alright, now we can Actually, wait, did he drop anything? No. But alright. Take out the flute players. I'm still hoping I get either their weapon or their magic, so I can make my own bubble flutes. Like bubble bombs. Alright, golden seed. And we know, in theory, there's stuff down here. Oop, hello page. Alright, perfumer's bolts. Also, recover some mana here. There we go. Smithing stone 6. And... alright, not a secret wall. Okay, so we got that. I'm a bit curious if there's not like a spot of grace somewhere along this area. Because we know that not anyone can just like walk inside the roundhouse, or round table house. Here we go. Like I thought. The West Capitol Rampart. Okay, yes. So it's like, seems like the whoop below. Gotta do better than that, my good friend. Alright, go to Rune 11. Do I want to fight one of those guys? Not right now. We will explore that basically in another time, but we're gonna check out the arena and then we're gonna wrap things up here. So many things. An outing in the city for the day. Alright. I assume there's also going to be grace up at the Colosseum. Though I guess there technically wasn't Spot of Grace in the Colosseum in Khalid, though, so it's not a guarantee. Okay, we're doing good on all our health and mana. Alright, can't summon Torrent here still. I thought I had saw from a distance two dudes next to each other higher up on these cliffs. Ooh. Sure. I tried. Okay. Oop. Hey! That was a pretty good shot. Okay. I kind of keep expecting them to drop like a gladiator helm or something we could use. Ritual Shield Talisman. Raises defense when HP is at max. A talisman patterned after shields used in ritual combat held to honor the Erdtree. Raises defense when HP is at max. The practice has died out by the age of the King Consort Radagon, but remains of the arenas where ritual combat took place can still be found in every land. Okay, so yeah, that's referring to all the different ones. Oh yeah, assuming this is still Corpse Wax. Bronze Halberd, wielded by Valiant Gargoyles for the Gargoyles Halberd. Just like the wielder, the missing parts have been mended with Corpse Wax, a patchwork of champions. And Perfumer Bolts, I think we've seen those before. Bolt created with Perfumer techniques, used by nobles, guards, and the like. The point of impact explodes with sparks, dealing fire damage. I assume this will just kind of be the normal PvP online-only stuff, right? Royal Colosseum. To engage in combat with other players, touch the effigy of Marika in a Colosseum. Duels, in which combatants fight one-on-one, can be undertaken in this venue. Okay, so like I thought. No other seeming treasures, though. Oh, although, does this door open? Probably only, like, during the actual, like, online PvP thing. But is there actually no grace around here? Should probably check a bit to the sides here. I probably should have my shield up just in case, but nothing revealed itself. Hey, there are the folk I saw. And... oh! It's gold mask.
Whatever is the matter, please, I implore you, continue. Continue your reflections, your rhythms. I must be the one to record them. What matters this issue of Radigan, really? The Erd Tree, heart of the Golden Order, lies before our very eyes. Why must these qualms come to you now? We were on the very cusp.
Something about Radagon?
Oh, was that you? Sorry, I hardly noticed. I'm a little shaken since the Master ceased his movements.
About the noble gold mask.
The Master's reflections had heightened as we neared the Erd Tree. While still a precise calculus, the rhythms grew increasingly wild until he simply ceased. Now the Master is facing quite the puzzle. The Golden Order is founded on the principle that Marika is the one true god. However, the name of Marika's second husband, King Consort Radigan, also appeared. Who exactly was Radigan? The Master is stumped. His finger has remained still ever since Radigan's name was discovered. Curse my mediocre mind. The Master only has me. And here I fail him.
Okay.
Who exactly was Radigan? The Master is stumped. His finger has remained still ever since Radigan's name was discovered. But oh, how important could it really be? The Erd Tree, heart of the Golden Order, lies before our very eyes. Why must these qualms come to you now? We were on the very cusp.
So it sounds like Radagon probably became a god, going off of Marika's words in her bedchamber, that he wasn't yet there, but if they both got shattered, then they would be... either he would become a god like her, or something like that.
Who exactly...
Yeah, I can repeat dialogue.
His fingers, but the Erd Tree. Why must we were on the...
Alright. Give prayer book, even though I'm concerned about his longevity of living, but this should be okay. Give the Golden Order Principia.
This is a volume of incantation. It's good to see your enthusiasm. Indeed, I will happily take it off your hands.
I mean, you're also going to teach me the stuff in there, right? Right? Okay, good. Radagon's Rings of Light create golden rings of light to attack wide area, and Law of Regression heals all ailments and dispels all special effects. Oh, 37 int. Boo! Boo! Why is Radagon a big... I mean, okay, he did marry Renala. I was going to say why he's a big old nerd, but that kind of answers that question. I want to be able to heal all ailments like Scarlet Rot whenever it occurs. Alright, and give the Two Fingers prayer book.
That is a work of heresy.
Is it?
Its
It's Two Fingers.
incantations bear no lineage from the Erd Tree. Very well. I'll take it off your hands. I cannot afford to maintain my innocence any longer. I must dirty my hands to test my faith, even if it offers only the most meager of hints. I will do whatever I can to help my master.
Interesting interpretation of that. Okay, Lord's Aid alleviates poison, blood loss, sleep buildup for self and allies. And Lord's Heal massively heals HP for self and nearby allies. Only 20 faith though. I think basically the Erd Tree heal we probably got is still better. Alright, I think we got it all. Cool.
Who exactly? The master, his finger has.
Alright.
The Erd Tree.
Despite learning new stuff. Nothing new, which I kind of figured to be the case, but you never know. Alright. Okay. Nothing new to offer there. Very pretty. Ooh, treasure over here. Star Fist. Oh. Spherical iron manifer covered in spikes which induce blood loss, used in brutal games of pugilism. Not bad. Though I have my regular fisticuffs right now, so we're still gonna rock those for the time being, because like a lot of the other versions of... Oh yeah, I can't. In my head I was near a normal arena. But yeah, it's like, it's funny, of all the different pugilist stuff that we've gotten outside of the gloves, they're all like slash pierce damage, where it's only the Cadius that's just pure blunt. Because like we have basically the Cipher gloves that we got from the Round Table. We have like regular claws that we got from some of the Assassin's folk. We have, I think one of them was just like the case just with like spikes sticking out of it. Now one of them's a literal iron ball. Alright, Furrow Calling Finger Remedy. It's kind of neat to see what the outside of the Round Table hold looks like. Okay. Alright, so it looks like that is it. So yeah, next time, I mean, obviously there's like the middle of the city. I'm still very curious about that. I got the Divine Bridge, Royal Colosseum, Noble Goldmass, and Scribe. This particular puzzle here. But yeah, we'll want to go back to the West Capital Rampart. Although, wait a minute. Let this load in here. Who was this? Oh, yeah. I mean, I say, oh yeah, and they're basically Bach, but it makes sense that Bach would move up now. I wonder... What is Bach the Seamstress story going to be? Is he going to keep following me? Or is it like... Are we going to get to the Erd Tree and he's going to step in and go, ha ha ha, you've led me here all along. Like, I feel like there's a lot of questions about that. But, alright. All that and more another time. Oh, cool. The gargoyle actually does stay dead. That is nice. Part of me is just like, I should go fight that guy over there. But no. We will do all of that next time. In fact, let's go ahead. Rest here. Oh.
My utmost thanks for bringing me to the base of the Erd Tree. Here, I can govern my own movement, and thus, the accord is fulfilled. I shall depart to ascertain the purpose I was given. Farewell. I shall leave Torrent and the power to turn runes into strength. Here, with you, I wish you luck in realizing your ambition. You have fought long and hard. I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Oh. Did not expect that. Like, especially given normally we have to, like, manually talk to her. And interesting that she would do it at this grace and not the grace near the bedroom. Yeah, I have some questions about that, which... Okay, yeah, we got like 28,000 runes. But all of that and more. So yeah, next time basically we're going to search the city for the sewer entrance because there are runes beneath the capital we need to find, and that will hopefully lead us to more of the Three Finger stuff and our friendly eyeball-eating maiden that we helped out way back now in Liurnia. Like, I'm kind of curious how she should be doing, because she should have gotten here okay, given Liurnia, North, Aldous Plateau, right to the capital. I mean, obviously, how would she have gotten in, but other people have gotten in somehow, so I imagine she's somewhere here being guided by the Three Fingers. And yeah, more and more questions emerge as we kind of get deeper here. Very curious. But all that and more next time. So, until then, later.